Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for some indie comic reviews, and in these indie comic reviews I'll be covering Gatchaman issue 6. Woohoo! This has been a really good series, and it's also definitely worth picking up the trade paperback to the first volume, as you definitely want to check out to see what the Science Ninja team are up to. And of course the next one that I'll be reviewing will be the TMNT Naruto crossover. So I'll now get things ready for the first one that I'll be reviewing. And if you want to pick up this comic is also through Mad Cave, or Mad Cave Comics, or Mad Cave Studios. And starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which we do get to see quite a bit happen with the Science Ninja team, as they still regain their position, and they do not need to use the backup team, which, in case anything happens to the main team, they do have a backup team. To which I gave the cover a 7.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the internal art, to which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. So as the story begins, we end up realizing one of the characters has picked up a bit of a map, but we will find out a little bit more as to what is actually happening with this story. And I think the best way to put this is, I think that this is actually a good filler issue. As the story continues, we get to see one of the members that's sort of like connected to the story, getting all smiley, getting all happy because of believing to find the map. But is this map real, or is it something else? We'll soon find out in the towards the end. And last but not least, towards the end, to which we realize that this story from the very beginning has actually been one of the characters reading through, well, some books, including some adventure type books. So really loved it, really enjoyed it. So for the internal art, I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the story. It's not quite time to move into covering comic book references, but that might begin to happen around maybe issues 7 to 12. We'll see what happens, and we'll see when they start to actually mention previous issues. So next is the area of the story rating, which consists of time, location, and cast. First is the area of time. Did we get any indication as to when this is taking place time-wise? No, we don't. Next is the location. Of course, we did get quite a number of locations, but the main location that stood out within the story was at the beach, which connected to a little bit of a treasure hunt of sorts. And last but not least, the main cast of characters being the Science Ninja team themselves, including Ken, Jun, and whoever else I've missed. For the overall rating, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the TMNT Naruto crossover. So as we start to move into the TMNT Naruto crossover, issue 2, first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that's happening inside with the story? It does, to which I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art, which I give, which we'll have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we catch up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, catching up with, and also Master Splinter, catching up with the people who make up Naruto, such as Kakashi, and we learn like a little bit about their history between each other, as well as some of the stories that also have, in what they have heard about how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came to be, or how one of the characters learned how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came to be. This is one such talk about the flashback, which we get to see within the story of how they came to be. And last but not least, we have the appearance of Shredder. So for the internal art, I give it a 6.5 out of 10, as I really think they could have improved a little bit more, mainly in the story here. As in, I think with the background story, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this particular crossover, it could have actually incorporated a little bit more of Hamato Yoshi being the one who changed into the rat instead of the rat that changed into Master Splinter. I think that would have been way better, and I think it would have worked with the story better. Next is some of the art towards the end, which we got this finally see the appearance of the Shredder. I think they could have maybe included the helmet, but in this case we sort of don't see the helmet. It's just mainly the full part, the main part of his costume, but not the only thing missing was the helmet. And of course, still a race-swapped April O'Neil. Next, for the internal art, I do give it a 6.5 out of 10. Next is the area of the story, consisting of time, location, and cast. Starting off with time, did we get any indication in relation to the time? No, we didn't. Though I do think it could have been used with the flashbacks, even if they address the flashbacks as sort of like sometime in the past or the past. Next is the location, to which we get to see the hidden leaf, or still parts of the hidden leaf, but also we got to see the turtle lair, which I think was a nice addition in this, and we got to see Naruto sort of like playing in the turtle lair. Some other characters getting some instructions from each other, and that was really good to see. But how does it affect the story? We'll find out when we finally move into the cast of characters. So we have the cast of characters consisting of course, the main Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We had Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Splinter, Kakashi, April O'Neil, and last but not least, Shredder. For the overall story rating, I give it a 6 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.